It's Valentine's Day. Actually, it's a nice sweater to have for Valentine's Day. I should have wore pink.
It's true. You probably should have worn pink. Today we're going to do a bonus episode just for fun, and in light of it being Valentine's Day, we're going to chat about some ideas that I think either we've done or that you could do on Valentine's Day with your significant other. But the first thing that I want to ask Luke about is, what do you think about Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day is special if you make it special. If it has meaning to you, I think you can always discuss with your spouse, hey, what are we going to do? If you plan something, I'm there for the ride.
Okay, but I have to plan it, is what you're saying.
Like every other thing that we do, yeah.
This is what I wanted to get to.
Oh, okay. So it's just a weird, backhanded way to get to me admitting that I don't plan a lot of things. But you're the planner. You're the thinker. I'm the doer. That's how it works.
So you think that men shouldn't plan it?
Wow, now it's just putting words in my mouth. Not all men shouldn't plan it just because I am bad at planning. I don't think so.
No?
Should women plan it every time?
Well, I feel like it's generally the man that plans Valentine's Day, especially if he wants to get lucky. So in your case, I guess you don't want to get lucky, so that's why you don't plan it.
Yeah, I don't want to have any more kids, so...
Well, you don't have to worry about that because you've been snipped. So, but still, you're just like unwilling, not gonna plan.
It's not unwilling. We're just busy. What do you want from me?
I just want you.
What do you want?
I just want you to admit that you don't plan it, even though the stereotype is supposed to be a man that does it.
Yeah, and the stereotype is the man also makes more money than the wife, but we break all of those stereotypes, babe. Okay.
So what you're saying is that what we do, or what we've come to in terms of our marriage and our agreements, is that we plan what we want to celebrate, aka I plan my own birthday, I plan my own events, the kids' birthdays, and you plan your own birthday, and you plan your own events. People need to understand that there are differences in the way that people do things, and I don't think there's one right way or another. I think we figured out what works for us, and that means that I plan whatever I want to do, and then if nobody plans anything for your birthday, well, that's on you.
And that's fine. Low expectations, no disappointment.
Yeah, you don't get disappointed because nobody plans anything for your birthday?
Not at all.
Okay.
We usually have a wedding on my birthday anyway or something. It's mid-wedding season and I'm just busy working. I go golfing with my dad or something. That's enough to satisfy me.
Do you think other couples have arrangements like this, or do you think we're the only ones?
I don't know. It's a weird thing to talk about with other people. Like, hey, do you plan everything? Did they plan? I don't know. I think it's very much a closed door thing, but I'm sure there are some that have arrangements. I mean, every successful marriage have arrangements.
Successful or not.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm just talking about there's generally a compromise at some point that you have to talk about and communicate about. If it's always the expectation that one of us is going to plan or whatever it is, and it's not met, that leads to resentment and, all those negative things that surround that.
We've come up to this point because we found like over the years it just wasn't fair, right? This way you're not disappointed if you get nothing for your birthday. I don't buy you anything, you buy your own gifts. That's another thing that we have as a rule, is you buy your own gift and I buy my own, except for at Christmas. You have to get me stocking stuff, but this year we ended up just going shopping together and I bought my own stocking stuff, but you wrapped it. So, but the idea is that we usually buy our own gifts, we buy our own stuff, we plan our own events, and then that way I'm not disappointed and you're not disappointed. I mean, maybe you are. I feel like you are. That's the issue that I have with this, is that your birthday rolls around and you don't plan anything, you don't do anything. And then I just feel bad because you should have done something for yourself.
Yeah, but that's the rule. You got to follow them. This is the rule to make people not feel bad.
Yeah, but I already do. I mostly feel bad because I want the kids to be able to celebrate, and you just don't.
Yeah, and the kid stuff, we usually get them to do something on each other's birthdays. Even if it's like do a card or make breakfast or something like that. But it's just the gift giving, babe.
So my birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah, I know. It's in a month.
So is that like what's going to happen? They're at least going to make me a card and make me breakfast?
Yeah, I think at the very minimum. Are we agreeing on this now?
I don't know.
Is this a new contract?
I don't know. Is this a part of the deal?
Part
or
of
do
the
I
deal.
or do I plan? I mean, I've already planned my birthday party, like
Yeah, exactly.
my celebration of getting further along in my 30s than I'd like to admit.
You're nearing that 40.
Hey, I'm not. I'm.
No, we're still mid. We're
Yeah.
mid-30s. Mid-30s.
But crossing over closer to the 40.
Getting over that hump.
Do you think that all couples have a conversation like this? Or do you think right now the norm would be that the guy goes out and plans and gets roses or chocolates or plans a dinner date? Like,
You know how expensive that stuff is? Dinner dates, you're looking at least $100. A dozen roses, I don't even know. Is that like at least $30, right?
no, it'd be more than that.
More than $30?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, what's the point?
$100 probably.
What's the point?
And because
Hey, I love you. Here, watch me waste money. Cool.
this is who I marry.
Yeah, but you
I'm
always
a
told me.
waste of money. Don't
You can't
want to
look at it
spend
like that. You
anything
can't
on
look at it.
me.
No, it's not. It's not your waste of money.
Okay.
It's that I'd rather use my money more effectively.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
You always said houseplants are better than a bouquet of flowers.
okay. But did you buy me houseplants?
No, because you have a lot of houseplants already.
I can always use more.
No,
Yeah, I like them.
I don't want them anymore.
You don't even touch them.
We have enough fake plants. These are good enough for me.
What about you? Do you think that I should plan Valentine's Day then?
Valentine's Day on a whim, we don't have to plan anything. We can just decide to go do something. That's the bonus of working for ourselves.
I guess. But I guess what I want to talk about is the expectation, right? Like that other couples might have. Do you think that it's the norm that the man...
I don't know. I don't really talk to anyone. So, is it? You guys need to tell us. Is it a norm? I mean, it's societal norm. So I don't know if that just translates into a lot of disappointed women.
Do you think there's a lot of women out there who are disappointed?
Probably just because they expect so much. And I'm not saying that like, oh, expecting roses or expecting a gift or something on Valentine's Day is like too much. But I think if you're secretly expecting it when there's none of that communication or none of those, I don't know, there has to be something said to the partner about like, hey, this is what we should do going forward. If you just expect it and you're silently in the corner and then nothing happens and then you get mad, I don't know if that's viable that you get mad. I think maybe a conversation of like, hey, this didn't happen this year. What can change? How can we do it better next time?
Yeah, I think that's really what this is about, is really understanding that people should talk about these expectations, because then that way it's just like a buildup of disappointment, right? Like if you didn't plan Valentine's Day and then, a month later my birthday rolls along and you didn't plan my birthday, and then, like I'm just, Mother's Day comes and you don't plan Mother's Day, and I'm just like, screw you. Father's Day comes after that, and like I don't want to do anything for you at that point, right? But then I feel bad because we have kids and I want them to do something for you. So it's like I'm guilted into doing stuff, even though you don't feel that same amount of guilt to then want to do stuff for me. So like I think that's probably a conversation that a lot of couples should be having, or maybe they are. I don't know. I have no idea what that plan is. I just see what we see on social media, and I think everybody puts their best foot forward, showing like, look what I got. But like in my case, like I usually buy it myself because I know what I want, and we've agreed that you're not going to buy it for me. I think that if you're in a relationship and you are disappointed about these things, mostly the women probably, like you said, because the guys probably don't care, or maybe they do, but they just don't say it, then I think that they should come to an arrangement like we have, where we spend what we want on these days, and then we don't have to be disappointed. Like today, what did we do for Valentine's Day?
We're doing this. This is my gift to you.
Working?
Yeah.
No, but for us, like I feel like for us, we try to make it special for the kids, even though, I know you don't want to, because you never want to do that. But, we made them do their Valentine's Day things, and I think they enjoyed it. I think that they'll enjoy giving them out at school. Maybe we should do something cute for them when they come home from school. I don't know, but that's about it. I think that that's really all.
All they'd want to do is eat chocolate. That could be their thing.
I think it just changes when you have kids. And that's another thing, right? It's like, sure, we came to this agreement, but now because we have kids in the mix, it's like, well, it's hard to not celebrate Mother's Day or Father's Day without like including them in that part of it, right? And I also think like, to me, Valentine's Day shouldn't just be once a year that you celebrate your love. Like you should be celebrating it more than that, right? But I feel like people get into this like routine of just, we're busy, right? And we fall into that a lot.
I don't think we're that busy.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I know. I was just kidding.
You didn't sound like you were
Yes.
kidding.
Yes, we are extremely busy. We run our business. We have the kids. We probably need to go on more dates than, I'd like to admit that we don't go on too many. But when we work together 24/7, it's like every day is a date with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you just love it. Just like wake up so excited.
I think it's different. It's different if you've been together for a really long time versus, imagine it's like your first Valentine's Day as a couple. Yeah, that's something you might want to put some effort into.
Just the first one.
Yeah, at least the first.
Set the bar high because you're going to disappoint later.
Well, it depends,
But shouldn't it be the opposite way? Like the longer you've been together, shouldn't you try to like make it more special
Maybe.
so that you stay together longer?
Yeah, but we do a lot of other things together that maybe we didn't do it the very first time, so. And that's what keeps us together.
Sure.
Like making 15 lunches a week. That keeps us
humble.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
A reality check. Ugh.
It's honestly just like splitting up all the responsibilities we have and trying to do as much as we can each is kind of a gift to each other on the day of, right?
Yeah. And then, mix in my cycle and all that kind of stuff. And, if I'm in winter week or spring week, like, there's a lot of things to sort of unpack when it comes to that stuff. But yeah. All right. Well, Valentine's Day, if you haven't spoken to your spouse or told her, just so you know, today, her or him, it is Valentine's Day, and you should go and say, Happy Valentine's Day. And
spend your money wisely, Something edible is always nice. At least you get something out of it. The roses, I don't need those.
Overrated.
A houseplant.
A houseplant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Approved by Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day. Love you.